Our residents of San Diego County's District 4 are voting for their county supervisor in a special election to replace Nathan Fletcher.
Small business owner Amy Reichert is a candidate, and she joins us now. Hi, Amy. Thank you for joining us here in the Fox 5 studios.
Thank you for having me.
You know, you ran before. Now you're running again. Why would you run again?
Because there's so much on the line right now. San Diego is at a crossroads. Everyone that I speak with, enough is enough. Our quality of life issues are at an all-time low. And things like cost of living and crime and homelessness, we've never seen it worse. And so with so much on the line, we need a new perspective, a new voice, a change of direction, not a career politician to take us in a new direction.
Yeah, we just saw a study the other day, San Diego, the most expensive city in America. What would be top of your list as far as things that you want to do on day one?
Well, you're absolutely right. According to county data, 400,000 county residents are severely rent impaired right now and burdened. That means they don't know how they're going to make their rent next month. And so right now, there are things that we can do right now to lower the cost of living in San Diego County. Number one, no more taxes. It just seems like the people that have been in office, they are completely deaf to San Diegan voices saying don't raise any more taxes, and yet at every turn things like water rates are going up, utility and gas.
You're saying no additional new taxes?
Right, no additional taxes.
You say no taxes, you don't mean no taxes, you mean no additional taxes.
Wouldn't that be nice if I had that kind of power?
Yeah.
No taxes,
but
everybody.
No additional new ones, you're saying.
That's right. I would absolutely not vote for any additional taxes. In regards to homelessness and public safety, I am endorsed by the San Diego Police Officers Association, and I believe in protecting our protectors so that they can protect our public safety. So there's a lot of work that can be done, and I can't wait to get started.
You know, we were just talking about it yesterday. We reported it, that migrants encounters have reached a 20-year high. That's a record for us. What do you think of migrant aid?
Our border is broken, and the problem is San Diego County is broken too. And so what are we to do? So a couple weeks ago, the San Diego County Board of Supervisors voted to take $3 million of money that was received by our county for COVID relief, for struggling small businesses, for homelessness, for mental health services, in order to provide it to migrants to give them bus fare and airplane fare to different destinations throughout the country. Here's my bottom line issue. Of course we need to provide for migrants, but it is the federal government's job to do that. Last time I checked, the county isn't guarding the border, and so why isn't the government doing its job? So as county supervisor, I would stand up to the federal government and demand that they pay for migrant services so that we can focus on issues right here in San Diego.
So where did that COVID money come from that got allocated there?
That was ARPA money allocated by President Joe Biden last year.
Is that not federal money that is paying for it then?
It is federal money, but it was set aside for things like homelessness and struggling small businesses, mental health.
But if you're calling, my question is, if you're calling for the federal government to help, is that not their money, the federal government money that's being used to help this issue?
Well, the thing is we already had it allocated for things right here in San Diego, so that means that that money and its purpose specifically, yes. And a great deal of state and federal tax money does come back to San Diego, but for San Diego issues. So to me, it's a bait and switch that the federal government gave us this money to do its job. So I would stand up as County Board of Supervisor and I would say, federal government, do your job.
So you were in the top two, of course, in the primary, along with Monica Montgomery Steppe, who you're running against in this special election next week. Did you learn anything in that process of getting to the top two, things that you heard from voters, things that you have changed or doubled down on?
Absolutely. Here's what I've learned, that people's voice really matters. I ran against two really strong opponents, and they were backed by over $1 million in special interest money. I had zero special interest money. And so I have a lot of crossover appeal. So people are starting to see beyond party politics and they're voting for the person. So last week, Bill Walton, NBA legend, he endorsed me, and it's people like Bill Walton that are saying, you know what, I am gonna vote for the person, not the party, to make change here. And I can walk in as supervisor with absolutely no special interest money behind me, and I will be beholden to no one except for the people of San Diego, not special interests.
We just have a moment left, but if you can, you know, we were just saying how expensive it is in San Diego. What about the homelessness crisis? That certainly contributes to it.
It is a multifaceted, complex situation, and it is heartbreaking. And right now what we need to do better for our domestic violence victims, our foster care youth, our veterans, our disabled, our elderly. But there is also another issue specifically that people come to me and they are concerned about, and it is the encampments. And so when it comes to myself and my opponent, I was for the unsafe camping ordinance. I don't believe that people have a right to block a business, to have an encampment in front of a school, to block our parks and beaches. What I believe is the most compassionate plan, which is shelter first with treatment. So when it comes to that segment of our homeless population, where mental illness, severe addiction, and crime all intersect, we need mandatory treatment. Shelter first with treatment.
All right, Amy Reichert, thank you for joining
Amy.
us.
Good
We
luck.
appreciate it.